is a girl. She's a star. She's got style. Steffi Star. You see her face around the town. She's popular. Steffi Star.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Weinstein.
And I'm Meredith Keach.
And we are here to do the show. And we have a gorgeous, absolutely stunning guest today.
Yeah, we should be able to insert that picture that you sent me of Pia.
Oh my God. I sent you. Oh, anyway, drum roll. Introducing our fabulous guest today. She's known by all the local hotties. Her name is Pai Lalli.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show.
First off, I just want to say, once again, I am a gigantic human next to another person.
Well, Pia's tiny.
I was standing next to Pia.
You can't stand. Don't stand next to her.
I'm not even wearing shoes. They're just regular boots.
I'm barely 5'2".
Oh.
She's barely 5'2". She's tiny.
Felt like Pupkin's mom was in again.
Oh yeah.
She was like 4'7".
Yeah, she's 4'7", and Meredith decided to wear heels that day. So her mom came up to Meredith's hip bone.
Oh wow.
So I made that my profile pic.
Gigantic human.
Yeah. She's tall. It's fine.
Anyway.
So welcome.
Welcome, Pia.
Thank you for having me.
We have a lot of juicy stuff to discuss. I just want to say welcome back, Meredith. We haven't been here.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been a bit.
Yeah.
I'm filled with perimenopausal angst right now. I just want you all to know.
Oh, okay.
Full blown menopause.
Like
full blown
rage at any minute.
I'm actually on hormone replacement therapy.
Same. I
So
put my new sticker on this morning.
Yep.
Oh,
Life saving.
Yeah.
Life changing.
really?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's been about almost a year.
Okay. I'm about the same.
I won't go on it. I'm too scared.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
We all got to do what's right for ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. I was
Scared of feeling alive?
I was prescribed the hormones, and so I have it, but I just never filled the prescription.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's just my thing,
I take a pill
That's
and I
how
do
I
the
am.
patch, and it's
and it's life changing.
it really is
Now,
life changing.
why did you go on the hormones?
My
You were raging.
my menopause was
beyond-
like, I mean, the mood swings, it was
Yeah.
out of control.
Yeah.
I remember showing up at my doctor's office and I couldn't stop crying, and she kept going, "What's going on? Did you lose your job? I go, "No, this is just, I can't stop crying. I don't even know why." So I had a specific, like, I wasn't allowed to be on it originally because I had a blood clot after a knee replacement.
Oh.
I know I sound like I'm 100 years old. And so originally they said, you're not eligible.
Mm-hmm.
And I fought them. I was like, I'm a very, very healthy person.
Yeah.
The blood clot was a result of a knee replacement. A lot of people get blood clots after a knee replacement because you're just sitting there.
Oh.
I'm like, it shouldn't be the deciding factor to keep me from this thing that's supposedly going to be life-changing. And I fought it. I had to go to a hematologist, all this stuff, and I finally got approved for it. So I'm so glad I fought for it, because I'm not waking up crying for no
Right.
reason.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, a knee replacement. I feel like Dana is going through, a friend of ours going through, but she shattered her kneecap. I mean, I feel like when I see pictures of her leg is just straight out. She can't even go anywhere.
After her knee replacement?
I don't know.
Yeah, mine was a result of an accident, not like, age or arthritis. It was an accident I had when I was younger. And they actually told me that the reason I was able to put it off for so long was because of Pilates.
Oh, wow.
Because of,
Now, you've had a dance career your whole life, right?
Yes,
So
pretty much.
Pia grew up locally here. And then did you ever move to California?
Yeah, I moved to California, did the whole thing.
Why and how old were you?
I was 21, 22.
Yeah.
Moved to California. And then, I didn't do LA. I didn't have enough.
So did you go out there to dance?
Yeah, I did. And I should have been in LA.
Like a dancer for money?
Dancer for money.
Private dancer.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's lots of that in California, but I didn't want to do any of that, obviously. And so, yeah, I got an agent and just went on auditions. And it's it's so depressing, because you
Really?
go to these auditions and you could be the best dancer in the room, but if you don't have, a size 2 body and giant boobs, they won't hire you. And let's face it, if you have a size 2 body, you don't have giant boobs. That's not natural.
Right, of course.
And these dance gigs paid like nothing. So I'm like, how can you be expected to be that tiny and pay for enhancements and then go on auditions and make no money? So
what were you trying out for? Like plays or
no
videos?
Commercials, some of the craziest stuff I remember.
Did you land anything?
I went on a lot of things and didn't really get much, and then because I was so active in fitness, the agency I belonged to, this is a good story. I remember I was in an agency and I wasn't tall enough to be a model, so I was listed as talent. And they'd send me on things and I didn't get anything. And then the Reebok people showed up and they were picking models for a catalog. And the agent was like, yeah, this is our model wall. These are all our models. And they saw my picture and they go, who's that? And they were like, well, she's not a model. And they were like, well, we want to see her. And the rest, I got on the cover and it was really cool. It was
cover
fun.
of Reebok?
The cover of a Reebok catalog. This is like,
Right.
late 90s.
Oh, because you were an athlete.
Because I was so physically fit. They were like, this is Reebok.
Right.
We're going to be
Makes
modeling
sense.
fitness clothes. We don't care that she's short. And then I even remember when I went on the audition and I met the people, they were like, well, where's your book? And I go, I didn't even know what a book was, like a portfolio.
Oh, right.
I go, I don't have a book. And they're like, that's okay. And I remember joking, I go, I can bench press this table if you want,
Right. Right. Tell me to do stuff.
And yeah, and then after that, like the agency was like, okay, we'll put her in this department, and it's a thankless.
Right.
I don't even call it a job because it's not a job. It's
Right.
it's a side hustle
Right.
if you can get it.
And
And it was fun.
Yeah.
And did it pay well?
No, it paid
No.
nothing,
That's
Meredith.
what
The poor thing was starving.
It paid. It
Yeah.
paid. I mean, the Reebok catalog paid. That was nice, and I was on the cover, and it was fun, and. Yeah, but, then, I don't know, 2 years go by, you don't get anything else. Like, you can't live like that.
So what did you do on the side?
Fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You taught
so
classes.
I taught fitness because in San Diego, I think San Diego was rated the fittest city in the country. I think it's still the fittest city in the country, probably.
I see that.
So what did you teach?
I did, you name it, I did kickboxing. I did step aerobics in the 90s. Then we did kickboxing. Then we did
All my favorites.
Hip hop dance. That was, I obviously had a dance background, so I taught
Fun.
dance fit.
Wait, can't you teach an adult class? Dance class?
I did teach when I moved back to Boston, I actually, had like some classes that I was teaching and stuff. It was really fun. It's just,
Yeah, you're not into it anymore.
I'm not into it anymore.
Right.
It's a lot of prep work, putting together routines and things like
That's
that.
true.
And then you get stale and then all your choreography looks the same. And
Oh.
I feel like all the Pilates instructors that I work with, we're all dancers. We're all former dancers,
Right.
One of the girls I work with was a Patriots cheerleader, and another girl that I work with was a ballet dancer. So it's common. It's like a common segue
Right.
once you hit 40.
Right.
And that phone stops ringing.
Switch over to
You-
Pilates
stick
trainer.
Pilates, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Where do you teach?
I teach at Club Pilates,
Yeah.
right here at the Village Shops in Canton. Well, not right here, but close by. Yeah.
Wait.
Why don't you take Pilates?
Well, I had joined Canton.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they had one in Easton.
No, I misspoke.
Oh.
So I said
She's
right
at-
here, meaning like
She's at Cobb Corner.
I'm at Cobb's Corner.
There's no S on Cobb's.
Oh, really? It's funny because the clients, they always can tell that I've been here a long time because they go, did you just call it Cobb's Corner? And I go, I can call it Tri-Town
Steph
Mall.
loves
Tri-Town
to
Mall.
Tri-Town
correct us.
Mall.
I love correcting everyone who says Cobb's.
I mean, it's just so dumb, Cobb Corner.
Cobb.
It just
Well, it's the correct way, Meredith, and you of all people, an
Should
English
be-
major.
an apostrophe S on
I
that.
was an English
Wow.
major too.
Oh,
It's fun, right?
Yeah.
where'd you go to college?
San Diego State.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you,
so while I was out there auditioning.
who did you live with when you moved?
Originally, I moved out with a guy, that was from here too.
Oh.
And we're still friends all these years later. He's married, and his wife and I are friends. It's kind of cool. 30
Were
years
you
later.
in a romantic relationship?
Oh
when
yeah.
you moved
Oh yeah.
with him?
I thought I was going to marry him,
Oh.
but it was 30 years ago.
Right.
So he has kids now, and I met his daughter, and I purposely didn't. She was young. She was
Yeah.
like 10, so I was like keeping it cool, and something slipped, and I said something about boyfriend, and it was so cute. She goes, "My daddy was your boyfriend."
Oh,
She was livid. She
Oh
was
yeah.
not happy.
Well, and her mom was right next to her, and even her mom was like, "Honey, it was
Right.
30 years ago," and she goes, "30 years? How old are you?"
I'm 180. Don't I look good?
It was the cutest thing. It was the cutest thing. So yeah. But
Wow.
he's the one I moved out with, and then I got I got independent enough to live on my own, and
Right.
stayed there for 10 years, and then I came back.
What made you come home?
My sister had a baby, and I was like, I just fell madly in love with that child the minute I saw her. And I don't have my own children, and here we are. She's 30 now,
Wow.
and she has a baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're a great aunt.
Oh my God, I'm a great aunt. I'm an auntie.
Yeah.
Nina is my spirit child. I call her that all the time.
Yep.
I remember when she was little, I would always come home to visit. And then as she was able to talk, it just got harder and harder. She would wail when I had to leave. She would just cry, and it would just rip my heart out. And then I'd go back to San Diego, and I'd be like, what am I here for? I go on these auditions, and this is funny. I went on an audition for a Chuck Norris fitness video.
no
Chuck
way.
Norris. And he wasn't there. But the person goes, "Can you turn around so they could see my ass?" And needless to say, I didn't get the part because I have a big behind. And I just felt so demoralized. And I was like, I'm missing out on quality family time, so I can have somebody say, "Turn around, show me your butt."
Right.
Right.
Oh, never mind, it's too big.
Right.
I mean, they didn't say that, but I didn't get the job, so I know that's what it was about. And this was for a fitness video, so that made me even more mad because I'm like, this is my niche,
Right.
If I was going for anything else, I'd be like, okay, fine. But
Right.
it just was so demoralizing. Turn
Right.
around.
Oh.
So I came
I don't
home
even
and
know
I
these
just said,
words. That would just be
Right.
That's it.
and
Right.
that's like minor. I've heard
Right.
about women doing, having way worse. Harvey Weinstein,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
I never.
Please
did
don't
it.
talk about my uncle.
Yeah, I never had got into, I wasn't trying to be an actress or anything
Right,
like
right.
that, but still, just the way you get treated like a piece of meat. And then I just was like, why am I doing this? I'm not getting anything. I was already in my 30s, which is considered a senior citizen in California.
I bet, yeah.
Right.
And so I moved home. And, I'm glad I moved home because I missed my family.
And how far are they from you?
Well, yeah, everybody's, here.
Close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom lives with me now, so she has.
Why are you taking Pilates?
Why?
I feel like it would be.
Well,
right
I
up
did.
your alley.
I was
Did a
taking
couple
it.
times.
I-
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
I did. I loved it.
Yeah.
But then I went. But then I went on this other diet that said you weren't allowed to exercise.
Oh my god.
But then
All
I
right.
stopped.
All
and
right,
then-
we'll have to discuss that later.
Right. And the other thing is, I'm really hard with a schedule.
I remember you saying that.
And so
Yeah.
it was just I couldn't.
It is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just don't feel good, and sometimes whatever. So I have a bunch of stuff at home that I'm doing, which is good. And today I went out for a walk. So I walked a couple miles today. It was gorgeous
It's
out, but the
beautiful out.
Pilates is so good for you.
It really is.
Oh my God, the stretch feels amazing.
Yeah, it really is like I call it the, I was calling it like the perfect over 40 workout because it's non-ballistic movement. You're not jumping. You're not, CrossFit, no offense, but
Right. You're not
not a lot of people
pounding.
can't do
Yeah.
CrossFit.
I
I
can't-
can't even do
right.
it. And I'm in shape. I can't do it.
Right.
My knees would hurt, all that
Right.
jumping and stuff. So, but now, oh my God, there's teenager. Club Pilates, I think you have to be at least 16, but there's like young women in there and I love it. And they're working out right next to somebody who's in her 70s. It's
Can you
so
explain Pilates?
inspiring. Yeah. So Joseph Pilates was the creator. And in the 1940s, he lived in Germany. He was a very sickly child, and he kind of developed all these floor exercises on his own, which ended
Oh.
up becoming Pilates. And he actually was in the military, and he worked in the infirmary, and he kind of took like they were the soldiers that were all injured in the beds. He took like these, he made like little pulleys, which kind of looks like the Pilates machine that we have now today. So he kind of like converted a lot. He basically helped all these soldiers get physically healthy again. And then the story is, obviously this, it could be just a story, but that the Nazis tried to recruit him and he wanted no part of it. So he defected to New York. So he definitely came to New York in like I'm so horrible with dates, so I don't know.
19 something.
Something early, and opened up like a little studio in New York City. And then some of the New York City ballet dancers discovered him. And then, ballet dancers, we all talked to each other. And then, the rest is history. Unfortunately, he didn't live long enough to see that it was, what it is today. And he didn't even live long enough to know that it's called Pilates. Originally, it was called Return to Controlology. Really rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Hey, Mary, you want to do return to
Controlology. Yeah.
Ooh, I like it.
So needless to say, Pilates, because his last name was Pilates. So, now it's just called Pilates. Unfortunately, it got the name is not trademarked, so anybody can call anything they do Pilates. Okay. So if you're listening and you want to try Pilates, make sure, I'm not even going to say, oh, you have to go to Club Pilates. You can go to, a Pilates studio, but just make sure that your instructor is fully certified. And I would suggest a Pilates studio because, that it's, unfortunately, now anybody can call anything. I've seen these videos, like at-home workout videos as Pilates. And I'm like, this is not Pilates.
Oh, okay.
So Pilates you have to be on the reformer.
What's a reformer?
So the reformer is the machine.
Okay.
So it looks like a bed and it has all these pulleys on it and straps, and it kind of almost looks like a torture device.
Like you're going to the gyno.
Oh.
Now, the nice part is you're laying down.
Oh.
That's how you wait for your instructor to come. You're laying on
It
your
is
back.
nice. You're laying on, it's like you're on a bed.
Everybody's on the same machine?
So there's 12 machines, at least where I work, there's 12 machines. So there's 12 people. Everybody has their own machine.
12 of the same machines.
Same exact machine, yeah. And, we start with what we call footwork to warm up the lower body. And then we do bridging, which is really good for, all these spinal issues. And then we go into, a workout. And I was saying this the other day, you could take a different Pilates reformer class every single day. And that class could say Pilates level 1. And every single day, if you take it with a different person, it will be a completely different class. Exactly opposite. So you never know what you're going to get, which is kind of cool.
Right. And then the levels is good. So you can't take a level 3 class if you just joined.
Right.
Your instructor has to okay you. So is it 3 levels?
There's only 2.
Two levels. Okay.
Well, no, actually there is 3 levels. So there's one, at least at Club Pilates is a level 1, which is not beginner. I've had people come up to me after my level 1 and go, was that a level 1? Are you sure?
Right.
Because I'm like, it's not easy. This is not easy.
So it's beginner 1 and 2 or just
we don't even use the word beginner. We just say level 1 and then we say level 1.5, which is considered kind of intermediate. And then level 2 is the one that you have to get approved for.
Okay.
Because it's like you're standing on it looks almost like a Cirque du Soleil.
You die.
I think I would die.
You should try a class.
I would love to. I've never tried it.
I would love to have you guys come down and try it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anytime. It's
and you wear these cute little socks with treads on the bottom.
Yeah. You got to have your sticky socks.
So you come in and you have a little cubby and you take off all your stuff and you put your phone and your shoes and your coat in your little cubby. And then you go over to your reformer. You pick your reformer and you put on your cute little socks. And you lay there and you wait for your instructor to come. And then Pia comes and that's it. You put your legs in straps.
Say when she comes, what does that mean? Like comes over to each
class?
Person? Or
so the way most of the studios are set up, no matter, I don't know other studios, but pretty much all the Club Pilates studios have 6 machines on each side. And then there's an aisle. And my job, I walk, up and down the whole time.
So she'll fix you.
I'm constantly looking because
so
somebody
you're watching, you say, okay, do this, and then everybody's doing it. You're watching to make sure that everybody's doing it correct.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. I'm the corrector.
So it's sort of like yoga in that sense, where everybody's on their mat.
It's similar. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We actually, yoga and Pilates are great combinations. I have a couple yoga instructors that take my class. you know, so it gets confused. It's really nothing the same,
Yeah.
but they're considered mind body.
Got it. And I just more mean like everybody has, yoga, everybody has a mat.
Yeah.
This, everybody has their reformer, and the instructor is just watching. And
Yes. But what I like about his Pilates is we don't have the hot heat on.
I can't.
No.
Yeah.
I
I've done
I only
Bikram.
did that
Yeah.
once and I didn't last.
I don't think
My mat was sweating.
there's probably something called hot Pilates, but no, I'm
No,
not. I'm not
thanks.
signing up for it.
I'm not either.
I needed.
I don't
when
want
I did
Menopause
Bikram, I needed
Pilates.
to nap afterwards.
Yeah.
It was exhausting. I was done for the day.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was a lot.
It's not invigorating.
And so you're not jumping up down. You said not ballistic, there's no
No,
cardio
no.
with it. So what do you isolate muscles?
So the machine has attached to it, there's springs, okay? And the springs are different degrees they're different colors and they're different degrees of tension. So as the instructor, I would say, okay, you guys are going to put 2 reds and a green on. And they're, you're pushing away from a bar, either with your arms or your legs. So you're feeling that tension. Then you put your feet in the straps. You're doing circles that are attached to those springs. So there's the tension. So it's not like you're just laying on your back, swinging your legs around in circles. You've got you've got your feet in these straps, and the straps are attached to the tension on the springs.
Oh, wow.
So it's, it's intense.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense.
You know what else is great though?
Wow.
You're not leaving dripping in sweat.
Yes.
So if you have to go to work,
After
like you
work,
literally could wear a
exactly.
pair of leggings, you could wear a top, but then you could put a blazer over it with a pair of boots.
I did that
So-
last week.
Yeah, so you could literally run in for your Pilates class, take off your blazer,
Yeah.
take off and just be in your leggings and take the class and leave and go back to work.
That's a huge. I'm glad you said that because
Yeah.
of course sweating is great. I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. If people that love cardio, keep doing it. Good for you.
Of course.
I
right.
personally can't stand it. Isn't that funny? I can't stand cardio.
And look at her body. you know.
Well, but
Yeah.
I'm a weight trainer. Like I like weights. I'll go to I'll lift weights. Love to do that, and especially as you get older and then menopause, all your bone density breaks down. So super important.
Yeah.
And I tell people that all the time in Pilates. I say, I would never say to you, oh, this is all I do. No, you got to eat right. You got to drink a ton of water. You got to, make sure you get outside, walk the dog, or just take a walk. It doesn't have to be on a treadmill, but you should be walking.
How many times a week do you weight lift?
Oh God, I'm bad right now. I'm probably once a week, if that. I need to go twice.
That makes me feel better.
Oh yeah, no, I got sick. I told you I got norovirus 2 weeks ago. Oh my God, I thought I was going to die. So
Yeah,
I haven't
you're
been back
around.
to the gym in 3 weeks. But I know I'll get there. I'll get back there. But Pilates is just. I love how you said that. I actually was meeting a friend for a drink last week, and the same thing. I made sure I wore black workout pants, threw on a cute sweater, pulled on some boots, over the knee boots. Boom, I was ready to go. It was because like she said, I wasn't sweaty.
Yeah,
Right.
And
But it just feels so.
And how long is a class?
An hour, 45 minutes.
Well, 50 minutes. I usually go
Okay.
55. So
I love that. I'm going to have to try it.
absolutely.
Will you come to Cobb Corner?
There's no place else I would go. I don't. I don't
And
even know.
actually, sometimes you have time to waste when you're in Canton.
Yeah.
You're looking for something to do,
Yep.
Yep.
Not now, but
waiting for a kid.
before. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think you'll love it.
I'm off of my gym right now, too, my schedule.
Oh, you
'Cause
are?
I'm sick, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to try to. I actually said to one of my clients, I go, I have a newfound appreciation for people who blow off the gym because I'm that person now.
Well, I think you have to honor what's going on in your
Oh, yeah.
body.
You
Oh, God,
absolutely
That's
do.
that's
No.
what I have, and I'm a lifetimer
No,
Right.
worker-outer. But sometimes you just
Exactly.
You have to.
That virus and
Kicked your ass.
it kicked
Yeah.
my butt. And I'm that person that brags about never getting sick. I'll never say that ever again. But oh my God, and even one of my clients is a nurse, and she goes, I would not wish that on my worst enemy. It is so disgusting.
yeah,
It's disgusting.
It is. Yep.
So I think
It's
I lost.
going around.
Yeah. It's just wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I still don't know how I got it. I mean, the doctor
Well,
was like,
Nora
you
was
could have gotten
so
it from
contagious.
touching, like a client at the machine,
Yeah.
or it could have been from,
Anyway.
eating out. It,
Yeah.
it could be
Will
anything.
you be wearing gloves?
Makes you want to,
No.
right?
No, but we do have lots of sanitizer at the studio, so I've been really diligent about that. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd love for
Noro's
you
going
guys.
around.
I'd love for you guys to come take a class.
Watch out when you're on a cruise ship, Steph.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm fine.
Wow.
We go on a cruise every year.
Where do you guys go?
Boston to Bermuda. It's just a
I did that.
Yeah, it's a family
I did that
cruise on the Gem, the Norwegian.
The Norwegian.
Did you have fun?
I had a lot of fun. I only went once.
Did you have too much fun?
No.
Yeah.
I was dating at the time.
Oh.
I was in my cougar phase.
Oh, wow. I like it. Wait, folks. So this is the cruise where you go to South Boston and
Yes.
walk on
Falcon.
Black Dog?
Meredith,
Yeah.
honestly, you really should do it.
I know.
Do it with a friend if your husband doesn't want to go, and bring the kids because they'll be so busy. They have so many kid activities.
They have a kid floor. My
There's-
only complaint was the kids were allowed to go anywhere. And I'm like, if the kids have their own spot, why don't the adults have their own spot?
Yeah.
So that was
Yeah.
I said, I'm never doing this ever again. I remember I was like in a club dancing and I turn around, there's like a 9-year-old stepping on my foot. And I'm
I
like,
don't like that.
what if this, and I was teaching dance at the time. I'm like, what if this is one of my kids, one of
And
my
I say to
students?
people in the world.
No, I think there is one. I think it's now 18 or older, and the kids have their own nightclub.
I know.
That's the one you go
They
on,
have
Steph?
everything. They
yeah,
had
that's
their
the
own,
one I go on.
They had their own
You
pool.
go for 7 days?
Well, yeah, we're going for a week, and this time we'll be back on the 4th of July.
That's a long time. though.
I went.
No, it's really not, because you're at sea a couple days. You can do a million activities every single day. There's a spa. You can get spa treatments. You have lots of restaurants to choose from for dinner.
Oh.
And then after 2 days, you wake up and you're in Bermuda.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then they have the
It
beautiful
is nice
beaches,
because
you tour.
normally on a cruise you have to get on a plane and go to Florida, and
Yeah.
this one, it goes
know
out
what
in
you
like
It's
June.
just
but
easy.
it's just
Yeah,
easy,
I like
yeah.
that.
It's easy.
But I'll
and-
never do it ever again. I just
Oh.
won't. I did the one time.
Well, maybe you were on the wrong cruise ship.
No, it's not even that. It was a wonderful experience. I just feel like, okay, did it.
Did it, been there, done that.
Not really my vibe.
Yeah.
Eating 7 times a day. That's not really my,
Right.
I remember thinking, talk about bang for your buck. Like you get your money's worth on a cruise because like you said, there's something to do. Morning, noon, night. There's food. And
Well, if you want it, you don't have to.
Right,
You
but
know,
I'm-
you certainly don't have to go eat.
I know, but if you put food in front of me, I'm
right,
going to
you're
eat
gonna-
it.
yeah,
I'm not
right.
going to be like, oh no,
Yeah.
there's a chocolate fountain.
Right.
You stick fruit and bread under it. I'm going, you
Right.
know? There's no way I'm going to be like, oh no, not tonight. No. I
Right.
stuck my head under that thing. It was like unbelievable. But, you come back and it just.
Well, there's
did it.
like there's music at night, so you can go to there's shows.
Shows, yeah.
So you can go to shows, or you can sit like in a martini lounge
Yep.
and listen to music. Or Tony and I have been discussing a European cruise on those big elegant ships.
I think that would be fabulous.
But I would have to fly. We would have to fly to Europe, of course, and then get on the cruise ship, which we're considering maybe because somebody's turning 60, and it's not me.
Yes, you just had a birthday.
Oh yeah,
Is it still birthday week, month?
It's birthday until it's right.
Birthday month? I
Until
love it.
birthday
someone
month.
else's birthday.
Yeah, it's just a lot. So yeah, but so I enjoy it. I mean, I like the one from Boston to Bermuda because I'm with my kids and with my whole family, so it's fun. Yeah.
Well, I like that you can just walk on right from there.
And I think it would honestly be great for you and the kids.
Yeah, agreed.
And if Sean doesn't like cruises, like I said, just grab a girlfriend and their
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
So easy.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and it's really not that expensive. It won't break the bank.
I just don't have 7 days.
I think they have 5 days.
They have 5-day ones
I
too.
would do a 5-day.
Yeah.
7 days goes by pretty quickly.
No, just with their activities.
Oh,
And work
right,
and stuff.
right. All right. So you're back and whatever, and now you're back in the dating scene.
Mm. Have you been married?
I am currently separated.
Okay.
And yeah.
How long?
I was married for 10 years. And I got married at 46, which, I've been saying to people, you don't get married at 46 for the first time thinking it's only going to last 10 years. So, I've been grieving and all of that. It's been going on. It's been almost a year that I've been separated. And he and I are friendly. He's, we have a good relationship, friendship, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I finally just was like, all right, I'm just going to pull off the Band-Aid and go on a date. And I did, and it was really fun, and now I'm just playing the field and having fun. Yeah.
So with your dates, are you going out for drinks? Are you going out for dinner? What are the dates?
I'm not ready. Dinner's too much of a commitment.
Right.
So,
I know. That's.
yeah.
I think I would feel the same way.
Yeah.
Just let's meet for a drink.
Let's
and see
meet
how
for a
it
drink.
goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I changed my status on Facebook from married to separated, and I was
The floodgates
telling
burst
Stephanie.
open. Well, Pia is a local celebrity.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
and-
right.
and
I
when
mean,
you do
look
that,
at
it
her.
notifies everybody.
Right.
It was hysterical. I mean,
bet.
I was telling her there was a guy that I met on vacation with my husband a year earlier who lives in Canada and was vacationing in Dubai and was asking me to come
He was psyched.
stay with him in
He was
Canada.
like, oh my God, she was so hot.
He's like, yeah.
She ditched the husband.
Yep, here's my
and
chance.
now's
I
my
mean,
chance.
even when I
Yeah.
was on vacation with the husband, this guy, my husband was, because, he's
Yeah.
just kind of not a guy I would
Yeah.
be interested in. And my husband was laughing. He was like, oh my God. The guy was with his niece and nephew. And I think my husband saw them at breakfast and he goes, you guys might have a new auntie soon, like just being silly because the guy was really into me. Whatever, that's fine. And then, other people it's just funny, but I'm flattered. I'm flattered by any attention. Well, not any attention, but, as
right,
long as it's not
absolutely.
gross.
Yeah.
So, what is your dream guy? Now, do you need to have somebody very fit because
Yes.
you're so fit?
Yes. And
Yeah,
I
have a friend
feel
like
bad
that,
saying
too.
that. I feel really,
But that's okay because you're not.
Why do you
gonna-
feel badly saying that?
because a big part of why I don't feel that I can be married to my husband anymore is because he's just given up.
Mm.
He's just given up, and it's you always hear about, this is interesting. You always hear men talk about, oh, the wife let herself go and she doesn't do her hair and she walks around in sweatpants and she's overweight and this and that. And okay. And everybody goes, yeah, the old ball and chain. Well, let me tell you, as a woman, when you say to other women that your husband's let himself go and gained weight and dresses like a schlump, surprisingly, not every woman, but a lot of women are like, oh, that's so mean. You shouldn't be like that. You should just be happy that you have a husband who loves you.
Oh,
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy, the double standard?
Yeah.
And I'm like, this guy, the ex-husband, was dating 20-year-old strippers when I met him. I'm pretty sure he wasn't dating them for their personalities,
Right.
So he tried to throw that whole thing at me, oh, in sickness and in health, as long as you're hot, which is pretty funny. And I said, it's not about being hot. It's about being healthy.
Right.
When I
Right.
met you, we were two physically active people. We went to the gym. We went on long walks. We climbed jetties and,
Right.
did all these things and went hiking and we, and also when you're very fit, you have a lot of energy for other things.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that romantic connection, the physical romantic part of the connection,
Right.
that's a big part of the relationship too.
Right.
And trying to deny it is just going to make you unhappy and unfulfilled.
Right.
So I kept trying. So for 3 years, I tried to just be fulfilled with, him being where
Who
he
he
was
is.
at,
Yep.
not wanting to make any improvements. Here I am killing myself, working, going to the gym, doing all this stuff. And I'm coming home to somebody eating a bag of Fritos for dinner
Right.
when he has a stomach issue that he knows he's not supposed to be eating junk like that. That's the other problem, is like,
It's hard to watch. and hard to-
I
right.
basically felt like for 3 years I watched him just slowly disintegrate, and I just was like, I can't do this anymore. So like my ideal guy now, he doesn't have to look like Mr. America. I mean, the guy I married looked like Mr. America 10 years ago, but that was 10 years ago. I don't look like I did 10 years ago. We all are going to age. I get that, but just be healthy.
I think that's fair.
Just go to the gym. I don't
Right.
even care if you
Gina
go.
had asked me recently
Yeah.
if I could date a guy with boobs.
Nope.
Who asked you that?
Gina.
Figures.
Well, here was my response, though, in response to what you said that you feel badly. I don't think you should feel badly, because what I said to her was, I've been married for almost 20 years, and I wouldn't have dated a man with boobs, not because he was a man with boobs, but because the guy that would be my partner is someone who was fit, who was an athlete. That is who I was, and I wanted that partnership. So by way of that, I just wouldn't be compatible with someone with a man with boobs. Not
We like to
because
call
he's a man
them
with boobs.
moobs.
Moobs. I just
Well,
wouldn't.
and I'd take it a step further and say, guess what? If that man with boobs was at the gym doing push-ups every day and for
He
whatever
wouldn't have
reason,
boobs.
but let's say that's where you carry your fat. Everybody has a body part where you just carry your fat. And if
Yeah.
you want to know where your part is, go look at your parents because that's,
Yeah,
it's
right.
genetic.
Right.
If the guy with man boobs was doing push-ups every day and working on it,
Yeah.
I'd be like, I could be with that person. I
You
really
would say,
could.
honey,
Yeah.
let's go get
It's
a breast reduction.
It's
But
no, it's the effort. It's
Yeah.
just
It's
there
the-
was
you
no
want- right. You
effort,
need
and I'm
effort.
like coming home every day
Yeah.
to someone who's just existing.
you want someone
Yeah.
with just a different mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That
you
makes sense
you
to
want to
me.
go and do. As
wanna
we
go and
say.
do.
She wants to
Yeah.
go and
Yeah.
do.
Let's
Yeah.
go
You wanna be
play.
on the
Let's
move.
go to a concert. Let's go
Yeah.
to a comedy show. Let's
Yes.
go here. Let's go there. Let's
Yes.
Right.
Um,
Let's go on a hike. Let's go
But
for
I
a
think
walk.
that that
That's
is
fair.
It's awesome. Number one, that you recognize that in yourself, and that you ended that relationship for you and for him, because for him, then he needs to go find someone. We change that he's compatible with, and you finding someone who just likes an active lifestyle.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think there's anything wrong with that.
No,
I
it's-
think you're being
it's
true to
like,
yourself.
right, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's
You're still friends, right? Nobody gets married to get divorced.
Right.
But sometimes it happens and
I
it's
know.
really okay.
And I
okay.
remember you saying that to me before, and I remember saying definitely nobody gets married at 46 thinking they're going to be single
Right.
again at 56.
No.
And I'm like, am I really going to be 56 out there dating? And then I was like, well, I'm not going to give up. I'm
No.
never get married ever
But guess
again,
what?
but I'm
You're
not going to give up.
only 56.
I know. I have to
Yeah.
get past
And you
that.
look so incredible.
Yeah.
Your body
You're
is
active. You're
hot.
active.
You're
healthy.
so active. You're fun.
I am fun.
You like to go and do.
like to have fun.
Right. You like to, right. Halloween is
Oh
huge
my
for you.
God.
Oh, wait. Can we go back to a date
Yes.
at 56?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So this is not my world.
Okay.
So you're sharing with me things that
So-
I'm not aware of.
Okay. So I'll tell about this one guy that I guess
And
he
how do
knows you.
meet-
Oh, yeah.
How do you meet someone? How do you find out they're single? How do you connect to a point where you say like, okay, let's go out? Or
So I
whatever?
did a couple months ago, still in the just slump of depression. And a friend said, listen, I want you to do something for me right now. I want you to just go on a dating website, anyone. I don't even care. She goes, I don't even care if you respond to anybody. I just want you to put your picture up and you're going to get all these messages. And she goes, and they're probably all going to be idiots, but just do it just to give yourself a little ego
Yeah.
boost. So I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm not doing any paid, nothing. I don't want, because I don't,
Right.
So I went on Facebook dating.
Okay.
And, same
Oh.
thing. Oh, God. Can I say?
Mm.
Oh, they send you.
Oh, yeah,
your
pictures
We-
and
we-
inappropriate pictures and things like that. And I was like, ugh.
So disgusting. Like, seriously, guys, you're gross.
Well,
if you're
and
going to
also-
send those pictures,
and
you're
also,
disgusting.
You've left nothing to my imagination. You've literally shown
Right.
me everything that I have to not look forward to, because now that I've seen it, I definitely don't want to go there.
You're like, no thanks.
Yep.
And why? Who thinks that that's going to
That is the
cause
most.
excitement?
More than one, because here's the thing. I got a
believe
couple.
that?
I got a couple.
Oh,
If it was just one, I would be like, okay. Yeah, I called it, just anyway.
It's like an invitation or something. Like
It's
gross.
It's really it's an insight to the male mind, because like I get it as a woman, if you expose a body part to a man, they're going to be like, oh my God, this is great. But it does not work like that at all in reverse.
No.
Men,
I
are you
don't- no.
listening to this?
Yeah,
Please
like,
don't do
seriously.
that.
I don't
it's
even
so
want to.
absurd.
Can you
I don't even want to
stop?
see you shirtless. Like
Right.
I really don't. Like if that's one of the pictures, so these, it's kind of like a regular. It's free,
Right.
And what I liked about the Facebook dating was I thought, you could still get catfish, but I mean, somebody would have to go through a lot of effort to set up a fake profile, then go on Facebook dating, then reach out to somebody.
Right.
Like it's a
It's just
lot.
too much
Okay.
work.
So I liked the idea that, there were people that I saw that I was like, oh, wait, and it says mutual friends, so.
Okay.
So anyways, I met a really sweet guy. We've been out a couple times. It's great.
So you click something and it connects with him?
Yeah, and we had a little back and
Okay.
forth, and
then he gets your phone number so he can
yeah,
text
then he
you,
got my
or-
phone number, and then
Yeah.
we texted back and forth, and we tried to get together for like, I don't know, a month. He's got 2 kids, and so then we finally got together, and it was just sweet. It was just nice.
And so what was the first time that you met him?
We
Where
just
did you
went
go?
to a little bar in Bridgewater. He lives in Bridgewater, and we sat and had a drink, and he was like, I've never been here before. I go, don't you live right nearby? And he goes, yeah, And I leaned in, I go, you don't go out much, do you?
Right.
It was cute.
And what did you get for a drink?
I got a beer.
A beer.
Yeah.
A light beer, a stout.
I got a Blue Moon
Oh, okay.
with the orange slice.
Got it.
Oh.
Yeah. And he had a couple beers and it was nice. We
And
had a lovely
eat?
kiss goodnight.
Eat. Did you eat?
Oh, no food. That's
No.
my rule. I don't want to do food.
Okay.
Not on a first date and not even on a, of course, if I've, known somebody for a while, yeah, sure. But everything's so expensive now too. And I don't know this guy's situation. I don't want him to, feel like he has to buy me dinner. I can buy my own dinner.
Yeah.
I mean, in a way, it's kind of fun dating later because I think of all the things that were important to me even 10 years ago. I need you to not have children because I don't have children, because I was looking for a husband. I wanted to get married. I was like, oh, you need to be in good shape. Oh, you need to have a nice family. You need, I had all these requirements.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, you need a pulse
Right.
and a nice smile. And I don't even care.
Right.
If you're just a nice, this guy has 2 kids. The other guy that I someone from my high school actually reached out to me on Facebook too. And that has nothing to do with dating.
Oh.
He just reached out to me and was like, hey, let's get together. And I've seen him a couple times.
And same thing, you go to a bar?
He came, he came and met me at a bar. And that was the night I pulled on the boots over the leggings.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
It's
and he
perfect.
was like, we're going to eat, right? And I said, no, let's just have a cocktail.
And conversation.
Great conversation. That flowed a lot easier because we already knew each other,
Right. Right.
The other guy, he's sweet too. So I was like, I don't have to pick. I can.
And is it awkward when
Right.
the bill comes, or how does that go?
I almost picked up the tab last night for my friend, and I knew something inside, I know him, but I don't know him. And I was like, he is going to scream at me if I pay the tab,
Well, some of them don't like that.
No. And I even said,
They want to be the male in the relationship.
Well, but he also, one of the interesting things when we went out on that date last week, he talked about, because I was like, God, I've known you for all these years. I know you were married and you were divorced. He's a good-looking 56-year-old man. So he has 30-something-year-old women. And what do they want from him? Money. And I just thought, oh, here we go. Here we go.
The women
he dates. Buy me this, buy me that, buy me this, buy me that. And I'm like, even if this doesn't even turn into anything, if we're just friends who go out once in a while, I want him to learn that you don't have to buy somebody's affection.
Yeah.
You're a good-looking guy. He's got his act together. He's, he does a lot of good things for the community. So I don't want him to feel like, oh, I'm going to take Pia out and, she was like the it girl in high school, so I'm going to drop all this cash on her. I don't want him to think that. I have my own money. I don't need you for anything.
Right.
I tell every woman I know that's going through a divorce right now, I say, you need to go on Netflix and watch Ali Wong's new special. And I'm like, and don't watch it with your mom or anybody who's sensitive because there's a lot of dirty words and stuff. But she talks about being 42 and recently single and how she's, got 2 kids. So she's like, yeah, I'm dating at 42. I don't need you to give me babies. I already have babies.
Right.
Oh, by the way, she looks out into the audience and she goes, did I tell you guys? I'm kind of rich now, and she laughed. She goes, I don't need your money. I don't need to land you. I just want to have fun. And that's kind of I've been watching, anytime I get sad, I go home and watch that.
Yes.
It's like a hour and a half stand-up comedy. And it's, first of all, it's hysterical, but also that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, I don't need you for anything.
Right. You're looking
I
for a
don't-
companion
I
to have
want-
fun with.
Yeah.
I want to be with somebody
And
that,
travel with.
yes, I want
Right.
to travel.
And have conversations with.
Absolutely.
And work out with. And
We don't even need to work out together. Just, be healthy.
right.
Be
Just
healthy.
Be healthy.
Just be healthy.
Well, so then what you're saying sounds like there is some criteria there that you would need to have. You'd need to have someone who wants to be active themselves, that is fit. I mean, you don't have to be 23-year-old fit because
No.
we're not 23-year-old fit. That needs to have his own money, his own plan, his own home, his own car, right? Doesn't have to be wealthy, but at least has to be responsible in that capacity so that he's got his own stuff. Because if he's going to do stuff with you, he's going to be able to take care of himself.
Absolutely.
right? Because you're not looking to take care
Absolutely.
of someone.
She is not a nurse
Mhm.
or a
Nurse.
purse.
I was a nurse for 3 years with my husband.
Yeah.
For 3 years. And it was the worst kind of nurse because I had a patient that didn't want to help himself. So I was
Right.
like,
And that's frustrating.
I was the
Yeah.
nurse,
Yeah.
I was the maid, I was the dog walker, I was the wife, I was the food shopper, I was the chef, I was everything for 3 years. And now that we're finally apart, when I say separated, I mean really separated. We've lived in separate houses for almost a year now. You know, he wants to help me with all these things. Interestingly enough, now he wants to, and guess what? I'm accepting all of the help.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I take care of my mom who lives with me and she has mild dementia. And, you know, if he wants to help out, okay, I'll take the help.
Right.
Because you put me through hell for 3 years. So
Right.
I deserve to accept help from you. I'm not going to be this proud woman that's like, oh, no, I'm not. No, I don't need you. I mean, originally I said that, but then after a couple months went by, I was like, you know what? If he wants to help, I'm going to let him help.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right.
I hate to use the word he owes me, but he owes me.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, the other thing too is, you know, that it's his journey. This is how he's choosing to
Yep.
live.
Yep.
And it's his journey. And oftentimes we can't change people. So you tried because you
Yes.
wanted to make it work, but he's really on his own journey.
Yeah. And he changed. I mean, that's the thing. You always hear about, you know, people say, oh, I got married 30 years ago and then they changed. Well, of course they're going to change.
Well, you want them to change.
10
because-
years and then and you
Right.
got married. Well, you're already middle-aged when you got married. And then
Yeah.
10 years later, I didn't expect such a drastic change.
Right.
And I've said that to him. I've said, listen, you know, when I married you, you were, you know, employed, you were fit, you were, you know, healthy. And
Right.
none of those things exist now. He quit his job, is, you know, just kind of like I just want to be free and shopping addictions and all kinds of stuff. And so, you know, I don't want to.
Yeah. And you don't have to.
I know.
Right.
Yeah. And we talk and last time I talked to him, I said, I'm not going to lie. I don't miss coming home every night after work and not having any idea what I'm going to walk into. What kind of chaos I'm going to, you know, either you're, you know, on the floor, almost passed out, not from like being drunk or anything, just being so sick and not taking care of yourself, you know,
Yeah.
or this or that, you know, he had
Right.
a blood infection, like all these health problems,
Yeah.
you know, Dr. Google.
I had other people tell me that, you know, when I asked, how did you know at what point? And my brother had said to me, he said, when I pulled into my driveway and I didn't want to go inside.
Wow.
You know, that was a
Wow.
moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
It sounds like it's similar.
But it's,
with you.
well, I remember coming home and being like, oh, John's home. Yay. You know, and being all
Right.
excited. And fast forward 10 years, same thing, seeing the truck and being like, oh, what a
Your heart
surprise. He's
sinks.
home.
Right.
He was always home because he didn't go anywhere, you know?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
So I know I made the right choice. It's just, but it's heartbreaking. I mean, this was the person I was supposed to grow old with, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And he actually asked me, he said, well, what if you always said I was the love of your life? What if I'm not the love of your life anymore? I go, actually, you're always going to be the love of my life. I know that without a doubt. You're going to be the love of my life. That doesn't mean I'm never going to be with anybody else, but you can rest assured you're always going to be the love of my life. So there's that. And our families, you know, really, it's weird when you get married later because the parents are already old. You know, it's not like when you're
Yeah,
young and
right.
everybody's, you know, in each other's business and all that.
Right.
So we didn't do holiday dinners with all the relatives or anything like that. But, you know, his whole family loves me and,
I'm
you know,
sure.
my family loves
Right.
him. So
Right.
that's nice.
Right. That's very nice. You'll keep in touch. You'll have a friendship.
Yeah.
That's very healthy.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I need, you know, he's offered to help with my mom.
Which is great.
You know,
Right.
I'm finally, one of the things that was on my bucket list, I always wanted to go to New Orleans. And also I always want to go to the jazz festival. And so this year I'm finally going to cross off two things. I'm going to New Orleans and I'm going to the jazz
Nice.
festival. And the ex-husband was like, I will take care of your mom.
Good.
That's
Like,
very sweet.
March,
I
is that
know.
March?
Very sweet.
It's in it's like the last weekend in April and there's like 2 weekends.
Okay.
But Lenny Kravitz is going to be there.
Oh,
Ooh.
fun.
So my goal right now is to figure out what hotel he's staying at.
Is he married?
He is not married, and he is also on my list.
Yeah.
Lenny Kravitz is on my bucket list.
Lenny. He
He's
might
pretty
be
awesome.
listening to our podcast.
I know, Lenny, if you're out there. We're basically the same age.
We need to hook this up.
Well, Steph, that scenario sounds similar to yours.
Yeah.
Where you guys grew apart or whatever
Yeah.
happened, and Jason's still in your family life.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Fine. It's
Mhm.
great, actually.
Mm.
We're,
Well, and we don't have kids, so that's the other thing is there's
Right.
not that
and
you
it's
know.
nice that you still have this relationship, even though you don't have the kids binding you.
exactly
Right? So Jason and I have the kids. Was it? Oh, cute. Mother.
There's my mom.
Mother's looking in. We're almost done, Mother. 10 more minutes.
That was awesome. Okay, so my girlfriend reached out to me recently. She's single, 50, and said she was amazed at how many open relationships. And she's been contacted by men who say that
They want her for a throuple.
or not like they're married, don't plan to get divorced, but they both partners have other relationships. I don't understand this.
Yeah, that's not something
There
I'd be
is
okay with.
no way
Yeah.
I could do that.
I mean, obviously I'm not in any kind of steady relationship. I don't even want a boyfriend, but I mean,
So you haven't been contacted by men who say I'm married, but I'm in an open relationship?
yeah, a couple, but honestly, not through Facebook dating. I'm sure they exist. It
Okay.
just, I don't know. Maybe I wrote a really good profile. I specifically said in my profile, I am just getting my feet wet after 13-year relationship. So, please, I said, no obscene pictures.
Yeah.
Which I still got,
Right.
but it's fine. I don't know, like all those, Match and OkCupid and all those things. I mean, I met my husband on OkCupid, so
I never even heard of that one.
yeah, and
You,
it,
Meredith?
yeah, and it's. But I just feel like, just like with anything, you're gonna get weirdos no matter
Right.
where you go.
Of course.
I have a couple friends that are like, they're just dating the same guy that is never going to give them what they want. And I'm like, oh my God, why don't you just go online? Oh, I might meet some weirdos. And I'm like, you're dating a weirdo. So,
right,
what's the worst that could happen? I
Right.
meet another weirdo?
Right.
Right.
So I don't get it. I mean, I met the love of my life online.
Yeah.
I'm never going to not have that experience, even though it didn't have the ending I wanted. So I'll do it again. But right now, no way. No way. I'm just enjoying, like I said, all I had to do was change my status on Facebook and got
And the floodgates
got a
open.
couple offers that, coincidentally were people that I liked or, was like, oh, okay.
So are you getting the question, because everyone asked me, are you going to get married again?
No, never. There's no point. What's the,
Right. It's a contract that ends up, you have to pay money to get out of it.
I just hate that when I did get married, so many people were like, because I was older. So all my friends were also older. And what are you doing? Just live together. Come on, you're 46. You don't need to get married. Why do you need? But I wanted it. I wanted the dress. I wanted the experience. I wanted to, my wedding was absolutely beautiful. And it was the most perfect day, I'm never going to not, I'm always going to have that day in my head. And I don't regret it one bit. But no, I'm never going to go through that again. If someone wants to, I don't know, maybe I'll live with somebody. I don't know. But no, there's no need.
So when you were in your 20s, were you thinking about marriage?
Yes, I was that girl on a mission.
You were.
Yep.
But yet you didn't get married until you were
No.
46.
No, isn't that crazy?
Yeah. How come? You just didn't.
I once had a guy say to me, because I remember I being like late 30s, still single, and going, what's wrong with me? I know everybody's looking at me going, she looks nice, but she must be cuckoo. And he actually said, I disagree. I think people look at you and say, that's somebody who doesn't have to settle.
Right.
And I was like, oh my God, thank you.
Yeah.
And then he dumped me.
But that's okay.
But that's okay. I really feel like no matter, even if you date somebody twice, you should walk away with some kind of lesson
Yes.
from something. I'm sure, unless it was like a total idiot, but I dated that guy for 3 months. I always remember him saying that you don't have to settle, Pia. That's why you're
And no
39 years
right.
old and still not married. And then who knew it was going to take another 7 years before I met somebody.
Right.
So I think that's why, because I was engaged 3 times before. I've been engaged 3 times.
Well, there's an element of other powers when it comes to dating and meeting people. You know, we can ask you, well, what's your criteria? What's your plan? But we don't really necessarily have control over that.
Of course. Yeah.
Right? Because the universe brings those people into our lives and we can receive it or not.
I absolutely believe that.
It's not just like, I'm going to create a formula and then go get this man. It doesn't necessarily work that way. And so when we think about our history or like meeting someone in our 20s, right? When you don't have 56 years of experience, you just have, let's say, 22 years of experience, right? It's impossible to say, this is my criteria. You have to go with something innate. You have to go with what you were brought up with, the values from that. And hopefully this person comes into your life and you can kind of recognize it as a chance happening and maybe someone to keep in your life and maybe they want it too. But then time goes on and people change. Things happen in their life. Things happen to their body, to their mind.
Yeah.
It's really wild. It's just...
I do want to say one thing, and I suggest this for any woman that's going through a breakup. I got a rescue dog. And let me tell you, that's all you need. You don't even need a man. Just get a dog.
Right.
So
I know.
happy when you come home.
Yes.
This girl is 9 years, 6 months.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody wanted this baby.
Oh.
They literally told me the adoption fee had been waived by a benefactor because this dog had been in the shelter for a year in Texas. And now she's with me. And
What's
let me
her
tell
name?
You, well, I named her Bella because she's beautiful.
Oh.
And
she's your bestie.
she's just, it's the best thing I could have done.
It's great for your mom,
And
too.
I saved her from being, put to sleep
Euthanized.
because she's 10. And, so that's my last parting gift. Go get a dog.
Yeah.
Go get a dog,
Pet
ladies.
Finder. I mean, there's so many organizations.
Yes.
And it's a little bit of money, but remember the money you're not paying for the dog that you're adopting. You're paying so all those other dogs
can be
cared
cared for.
for. They're all wonderful
And
organizations.
they're so
That's so
happy when you
great.
come home, just so excited.
I
It's the best
know.
feeling in the
It
whole
She
world.
looks at me every morning. I swear to God, she looks
I love
into
you so
my
much.
eyes and says, "You saved me.
Yeah.
You saved me."
Thank you.
I know. I can't. And I'm going to show you guys a picture when we're done. You will die. I did a photo shoot with her.
Oh, yeah.
Of
I'm not
course.
surprised. Dogs are the absolute best.
They
They're
are.
the best.
So
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh.
This was so fun.
Well, thanks for coming, Pia. This was really
Thank you.
awesome.
So great.
Thank
and thanks
you.
for sharing your experience with us.
Happy to do it.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Plus, it's nice outside, guys.
I
I
know,
was
it's
thinking about
gorgeous.
that. You came home and the weather changed.
Thank God.
It's melting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we might not be in the clear, but we're pretty close to it.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
we're
don't
getting
know if we're getting more snow.
there. I
Who
think-
knows?
But it'll be
I don't
fleeting if it comes back.
I don't
Anyway. Well, thanks for joining us. Thanks
Thanks,
you
Pia.
for
You're the
listening.
best. Thanks,
Meredith
everyone. I'm Stephanie Weinstein, and you are.
Pai Lalli.
Oh,
Bye, everyone.
bye.
Bye.